last time. Ha. Okay. Happy Sunday and welcome. I'm super glad you guys are here. I kind of did my spiel about how I think this is really important. So I'm glad you guys are doing this. Like I said, it's not just about updates or chatting with each other. It's about that team camaraderie and getting that mentality and being around like-minded people. So this is huge. I'm going to turn it over to Andy because he's going to introduce some exciting stuff.
Yeah, for sure. So I wanted to talk about one of my coaches. Hey, Craig's there.
Hi, Craig. Welcome.
Hello.
We just got started, buddy. So you haven't missed
Perfect.
anything yet. So
Okay.
I don't know, Christine, you want to do introductions maybe since we got?
That sounds good.
Yeah, let's do introductions first.
All right. So I'm Christine, and I'm happy to have you. I'm Andy's sponsor. I don't know what side he is for you, so I won't point. I'm Andy's personally sponsored coach, and I'm Abby's personally sponsored coach. So, Andy, if you want to introduce yourself.
Yep. So I'm Andy, Team Farm Strong, I guess. So welcome, Craig. Excited to have you on the team, and Steve, excited to have you on the team too. So, I've been a coach since April, not too long, but together things have really started to take off, and this whole team call thing that started, it's really awesome, and I'm excited to. Christine's been organizing that. Let's see. I guess I just turned diamond, so that's exciting. And growing my team, growing my paychecks. It's all really good. Helping a lot of people, trying to get this team cup stuff locked down. So that's a little bit about me.
Yeah, I love it. Abby, you want to say hi quick?
Okay, hi, I'm Abby. Been a discount coach since September of last year and decided to take it on as a business just before Christmas. So I just turned Emerald last 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Something like
Yep.
that. So finally hit Emerald, and I'm really really trying to focus on building this business. Now that we're in a new location, before we had 3-4 coaches on the stock, and that basically was everybody that I knew besides like a preschool teacher. So this is a good opportunity for me now in our new location. So yep, that's it.
Yay! Awesome. All right. Well, Andy, would you like to lead us into the first part of our call?
Well, I wanted to brag on one of my coaches, Tiffany, tonight, because we've been having a boot camp group, and I've had a lot of new coaches, and I was like, hey, just get people and throw them in your group. And Tiffany has brought 2 people, but what she's done with her 2 people has just been incredible. And I know as a new coach, it's you get intimidated to start, right? Because there's so much you don't know, and so much products that we offer that you don't have any idea what they do. So you get paralyzed to start. And Tiffany just started by reaching out and getting 2 people. But those 2 people in this group have been almost like the 2 most active, involved people. And a lot of that is because of the way that Tiffany is inspiring them and leading her little tribe, right? So I wanted to show just a couple of things, what she's doing in her interactions and how they are treating her. And then I want her to talk about how she's able to do it, because as a sponsor, I might be curious because she's doing some crazy work. So let me share the screen, and I want to just show you some pictures. So can you guys see me?
Yep.
And my screen. Okay. Steve, I'm showing some of the stuff that you've posted too. So let me see what I want to start with. So Steve will post stuff, and here's Tiffany. So you guys do a lot of that too, but it's every time they post, she's right back at them, encouraging them and helping them, right?
Yeah.
And then I know she's putting in times in behind the scene, because like, look at this when she posts this. It says, Steve, I'll read this to you. It says, today's inspiration came from talking to Megan in the early hours of the morning when I was taking over for her at the hospital. I'm excited to see someone I know is sore, tired, and challenged, greet me with a smile and stay for a Q&A. Being honest about her own struggles, embracing the challenges she's making are steps that are so imperative to the success that each of us has within our reach. Thanks for reminding me of that this way. Megan, it's so encouraging to see many of us in our own journeys, but doing it together. I love the collaboration, the team building of this group, and it's everyone boosting each other. Tomorrow will bring a different set of challenges, but being here in the group and showing us a huge advantage over those obstacles. Keep up the good work, everyone. Embrace the challenge, and you know it's easier. You got this. So she's putting in the time, and then I just want to show like what her customers are saying about her. And these people, her two people, show up every day like clockwork. Steve, you're coming in, say, hey, thank you, Tiffany. And you know, Tiffany's got this great, because she's so busy. You know, it's hard for someone to stay that, you know, I don't have time to work out when Tiffany's your coach, right? So
Right.
If Steve comes home, he's working out at 2:30 in the morning because that's why I highlighted this. Is that I know Tiffany Meyer works 3 jobs and her hours are crazy, so she can't work out at a certain time ever. She makes the time. And so her clients or her customers are making the time. You know, they're getting their lives changed, and they're not dropping out. They're one of the most active people in the group. So I wanted to just highlight that, because Tiffany's just doing such a great job, and I know like we got so many new coaches in the organization with Craig and you know Tess, and like Jeremy and Stacy. I mean, we got so many new coaches that we just, you know, if you start by helping 2 people like Tiffany, it's going to be huge. So I want you to hear from her how she's getting them, not to be just rock star challenges, but like look at Steve, like her first customer is, she inspired to be a coach, and she did that her first one. So I'm going to turn it over to her, and I'm excited to listen to what she has for us as well. Yeah.
Well, thank you, Andy. It's honestly, it's pretty easy to start off with Steve, because he's also a great friend. So that makes it pretty nice, but it also makes it safe for me to try some things. So can you hear me?
Yep, you broke up a little bit. You're back now. Okay.
Okay, sorry about that. But it says my internet connection is unstable, so bear with me. But it's pretty nice to actually be able to have the challenge group as a place to invite people. And I think that's been a really great sales point for those 2 people and anyone in general, because I've advertised that as a safe place where you're going to get a ton of support. And when you get that support and you're able to encourage them to participate regularly, and I watch as, Steve takes it on himself because he is a coach at heart. He's a baseball coach, and he's been doing that his whole life. So he takes that on himself, but I, encourage him to interact with other people and all of those things. And then it becomes something where they're finding their own feet in that group. And that's been really kind of cool. People talking amongst each other and having conversations that aren't just me and him, or all those things are really nice. It's also, it's fun to see all the other, like Andy, you've been really encouraging towards everybody. So it's nice to have the upper levels joining in as well. But for me, encouraging people is just as simple as and empathizing and doing it along with them. And sharing my struggles when I have an off day and all of those things too. So I'm really excited to have Steve as well as a coach, and I think it's going to be really fun to see what happens with my other customer who I think wants to take that step as well. But I'm slow but steady, but I really enjoy my interactions with my people. So I'm hoping to get some more on board. But for right now, I'm excited with who I do have, and it feels good to help people. And if I could speak for Steve, since all he can do is text us and say that he just finished his 21-day fix today, and he's had a huge amount of success. He feels better, and I can tell you right now, thanks, Steve. um, he feels better. He's had some amazing changes in his health that we didn't expect. Like, I never noticed. We talk all the time, and all of a sudden, Steve doesn't have one of these particular issues where he used to have a cough all the time, and we were talking about how his muscles have shifted, and he may not have lost all the pounds in the entire world that he wanted to lose, but right now he already feels better. And we talked about how, like, you can see it in his face, like all these great things, and you see progress like that, and you see someone who is amped and has a plan, man, it makes it pretty easy to coach him, because he's already decided he's committed to this, and he's going to do 1 week off, and then he's starting another 21-day fix. So that makes it pretty easy. I can't take too much credit for all of Steve's success, for sure, because boy, he's been working hard. So it's pretty exciting to watch, though.
Well, and then, so what kind of things, Tiffany, do you do behind the scenes?
I try very hard to make sure that I'm responding to every single message that's out there, because I love the feeling of being listened to. I don't want to put something into the void and not hear feedback back. And you're great about that. And you taught me that. So it's not me, but you taught me that. You always respond. So as a coach, I'm there to ask the questions and get further detail. Someone says I'm having an off day, or today it was something about somebody having dizzy spells, and we didn't get through that whole issue yet, but it's something that I will absolutely address every comment. That to me is, or encouragement every day, and it's not even all on Facebook. I do text messages with my people as well, so that they're getting it in different formats. I know Steve doesn't always see Facebook on his phone, so I make sure I send him a text message here and there, and I call him and talk to him both. I hear their voice Steve's more, but Megan, I call her several times a week and just check in, like, connect live without all the technology too, or at work, because she happens to be a coworker. So that helps me too, where it's not all through Facebook. To have a personal opinion, and I didn't think about that until I just said it. So, but it's nice for me too, because it's nice to actually hear their feedback too.
And then how do you manage it, like, with your time load? Because I know you got this crazy schedule, and that's so many people's excuses, but you're still making time for the business and fitting that in, and you check in every day as well. So how do you manage that?
You do it when you can. Lunch hours and drives for me is when I do my stuff. Like, you're driving your tractor, I'm driving to work, and I'm checking in. I talk to Steve on the way home from the restaurant every time I drive home, pretty much. And then the checking in stuff, I make that time to make sure that I'm present in that group so that they see that example. So sometimes I'm up at 4:30 to get done and to get to work at 7 and have my workout done, my post done, and food. I have to have all that. But it's I think you just kind of schedule it in, and then whenever I have a spare moment, luckily I'm in a place when I work in the hospital where I can put my phone under the desk and put a quick text out or put a Facebook post out. That's just the blessing of where I'm at now, when it's not always possible for everyone. So that's a little challenging, but it's kind of you do what you can. Touching base with these people probably 3 or 4 times a day, typically, Facebook, text message, or telephone. I hope that helps. I hope that encourages them or scares them.
Well, I want to highlight that one thing. Tiffany shows up in the group. If Steve and Megan are like the active challengers, like Tiffany's by far one of the most active challengers. So when I say, post your workout, post what you had to eat, post that question, Tiffany answers that every day herself. So, it's one thing as coaches, we expect our challengers to do it, but if we're not actively doing it ourselves, we don't lack that credibility. And Tiffany, she shows up every single day, and because of that, her people show up every single day. So it's just been fun to watch, Tiffany, just as your coach, watching you take that and then pay it forward, like that next step. You make me a proud coach because you're becoming your own coach. It's like you made me proud as a challenger, and now you're making me proud as a coach, and you have so many lessons to teach the team, and just we're really blessed to have you for sure. So
Thank you.
thanks so much for sharing.
It's fun to watch people actually feel better and see changes. And in the first week of my other customer's 21-day fix, she's had huge bounds and like she's having revelations about herself, and it's really amazing to watch that. So it's encouraging to me to go to the right places for me and find customers and watch more people do that and help more people. So it's definitely inspiring to me too. If they pay it back, I might be paying it forward, but they pay it back, and it's good for my soul, and it makes me want to show up every single day.
Yeah. And now Steve, right? He just texted what he says. Exactly. So, but okay. So Steve is not even a coach yet. He's just a coach in 3 hours or whatever. So he's a negative 3 hour coach, whatever. But he's already on the team call. Like, so you can tell that, Tiffany's leadership, like, Steve's going to make you proud the way that you're making me proud, So you already have the type of people who are, taking the responsibility to show up on the team call. Like, they're already doing that. So just good for you, Tiffany. I'm really proud of you, and thanks for sharing. So.
Thank you.
That was pretty exciting stuff. I don't know about you, but this is why I do this. It's not a numbers game for me. It's not I want to make money. I'm not crazy, but it's really about that connection with someone and paying it forward, and then realizing that when you paid it forward, you got more back than you ever imagined. One of my Success Club wins was this entree leadership from, oh, that's good. Okay. Sorry, Steve had to share. Thank you, Steve. That helps. See, that's good to know. Entree Leadership is a book by Dave Ramsey. I don't know if you're familiar, but he is crazy amazing. If you want to get out of debt, read this guy. If you want to learn how to lead anything, read this guy. He's phenomenal. So this was a Beachbody Success Club gift. And here's my highlighter. That's why I have my highlighter, because I share some stuff with you. Sounds silly, but I prayed about what to talk about, and this is what God gave me. And it's really funny. So passion matters. Your calling matters. So how perfect, Tiffany, is it? You must have had a moment that we didn't know about. Hard work is only a prison cell if the work has no meaning. What's different about what we do compared to other companies is that our jobs have a meaning. So something that happens is we get this objection and we panic about what to say because we think every objection is a no, and we don't want to come off salesy. Well, it's not salesy if you believe in it. It's not salesy if it actually changed your life. And it's not salesy if you mean what you're saying and you're passionate about it. So it's always getting back to that very, very beginning, why you started this, whether it's the business side or the program side. It's all about that. Because people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. Literally, it says that. They don't, sure, they care that this is a good business. They care that it's about fitness. They care that it's about health. But they're buying into you because of why you're doing it. They usually share your same why. It's no coincidence, I think, that most of us are all people who are not rich right now, right? Most of us ordered a program with our credit card, or we scraped it all together. See, we all kind of took a huge risk to start this, and now we kind of need it to work. That's no coincidence, because that's my why. So hello, all my why people. We all kind of match up. Makes sense. So there's a really good example as to how people buy our why and not our what, and it's the Wright brothers. Who's heard of the Wright brothers? Airplane people? Yeah. Who's heard of Samuel Pierpont Langley? Anyone? No? Me neither. Well, he was given $50,000 from the government and followed by papers because he was the guy who was going to invent the airplane. He was the first guy who was going to take flight. They were sure. He was doing it for money. So they paid him. They followed him. The Wright brothers crashed all the time. They had no money, but they did it. And who do we know about? The Wright brothers. And it's not about their why. It's not about their what. It's about their why. that that Langley guy thought, Samuel Pierpoint Langley thought he could get rich. So we always talk about this is not a get rich scheme. We can be successful like the Wright brothers, but we have to have our why. So when we get those objections, I want you to stop thinking of them as objections, but as opportunity to get someone to connect to your why. Because someone's saying, I'm not so sure because I used to do this, or I'm not so sure because I can't afford it. That's not them saying no. That's your chance to remind them why you had an objection. Okay? That's my big thing here. Just the way that we get connected with someone in a challenge group, we have to get connected with them with our why. And if you're not connected with your why, and we beat this into our heads because it's easy to forget. If you don't know why you need this to work, why you started doing this, or why it matters, it's not gonna matter, it's not gonna work, and you're not gonna do it. Just like burn it into your brain and go back to it every time. And I'm not making this up. I didn't make this up. He's the best-selling author. I'm just quoting, okay? I'm just quoting. That's it. So that was my big spiel. It really is about the why. It's about the Tiffany who's going to call you because it's so important to her, because she went through it, because she struggled, because it matters to her that you're going to be successful. I know Abby does the same thing. I know Andy does the same thing. Craig, I haven't met you as a coach yet, but I'm sure you'll be just as passionate. So it's just, you might be more passionate in the business sense. But I'm just saying it's going to be about that, why you need this to work and why they need it to work. That's my spiel. Jasmine. And FYI, your why might change and mold and get different, and then you have more reasons to connect with someone. That's my big spiel. So Andy, since Jason's not here, do you have anything you want to add? Questions, comments, concerns from anyone?
Like, just, I guess I don't know what you want, Christine.
I don't want anything specifically. Just want to make sure we're all on the same page.
So I just want to maybe just call out to my Team Cup team maybe a little bit, that we're really close to being great. We have an opportunity to finish crazy numbers. Like, this is my first Team Cup and first time leading a Team Cup. And when we started, I was ecstatic because I had a team, enough of a team that I could fill a Team Cup up with, right? So I had 5 coaches, and now I have even more. You know, I have like Craig and Jess have joined since, but you guys are making me super proud to be part of that team and work for it. And I mean, you know, some people are able to do more than others, but everybody's working for it. So, and I know everybody's putting forth that effort, and we're on track for Tier 1. And I thought a lot of people would get, or Tier 3, I'm sorry. I thought a lot of people would get Tier 3, but there's not very many people on track for Tier 3. Like less than like 200 people. We were tied for 196th, and we were just under pace. And I think we're going to rally to be over pace. But you know, I just wanted to talk about what that, if we were able to hit that, you know, if we were able to hit Tier 3 and able to hit top 100, what that would do for your business. And, you know, you get that story, you get that opportunity. We talked about that last week too, but we're close. We're in that last week. I mean, we have a decision. Are you going to do everything you can to close and get to that 75? I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to get to the cap. I'm going to get to 35. So, and Jason, I think, is going to try to do the thing too. So if we can both do that, we need, you know, 5 points out of there. Tiffany, you got 4 already. Jeremy's got 2 coming in tonight. So we should be there. Like, we're on track. Like, if we all can just do that, you know, any other points, we might finish, you know, above 75, right? We could finish as high as 90 points, which that would put us on page 1 or page 2, I think, if we can pull that off. So, you know, there's going to be a list of elite top 10 coaches, and I guarantee you, Team Farm Strong, you know, our first months as a coach, 5 months in, me leading it, we're going to finish above over half of the elite 10. We're going to finish over multiple millionaire coaches. And, that's because you guys have a big dream just like I do. You guys are working hard. So props to my team. Props to everybody who's watching this call too. And if you have 0 points right now, it's not too late to go get Success Club. It's not too late to go get Success Club 5. I mean, you have a week. You can do amazing things when you go get that selfie stick, right? That selfie stick thing, because it's not about how you start, it's about how you finish, right? I mean, we haven't finished yet. We still have to finish. And, we had a fast start. We're having a little bit of a slower middle, but we're rallying towards the end. A lot of things are coming together towards the end. So all of this is, it's helping lives, we're getting these 75 points because Tiffany was able to talk to Steve, and that, Steve has believed in her so much that he wants to become a coach, because I talked to Craig, and because Craig wants to pay it forward with a bunch of his people. Like, that's where our points are coming from. They're not just a sales goal, like people I'm helping. Like, I don't know if you saw a while ago, I was able to Jack, he's a 78-year-old farmer that gives me extra hay baling work. He's had back surgery and knee surgery. He can barely move, but I was able to get him on Shakeology and Tai Chi, so he's going to start doing something for the first time in a long time. So that's what Team Cup's about. It's about helping people. It's about reaching people. And if we finish in the top 100, we did that better than 8,900 more other teams. So that's something you guys can take with you the rest of your time in the business. So that's something you did in your first month as a coach. Well, that's just amazing. I'm just so proud of you guys. So I guess that's my spiel. That's what I got. So proud of my team, and I'm excited to finish this out. So Jess, not part of the team, right? She signed up as a coach a couple days after I had my 5. But if she rank advances, that triggers a point under me. That counts, right? Craig, if you turn emerald, and you do that Shakeology, like, that's going to trigger 2 to 3 points on mine. So you contributed. That was you, buddy. So you're not on the 5, but you were part of this team. So that win will be part of something that you'll be part of too. So we're 5 that's going to get their name there, but it's 7 or 8 that are helping there. So appreciate everybody for sure.
It's exciting stuff.
Yeah.
It really is. I mean, the numbers you guys are pulling are beating, like you're saying, top coaches, like people that everyone knows their name in the business, and you're raking them over the coals. So that's really exciting. And like you said, it's not just about numbers. It's how we gauge it, but that's not what it's about. It's about all the people that you are helping, and then those people are going to in turn help people, and it's just going to continue to grow. It's unstoppable. You just kind of have to grab on and hang on. So it's huge. Go team. So just keep on keeping on. And, for those who aren't watching live but catch on later, if you guys get frustrated or you don't know what to do, or you're lost, you can always connect with myself, and I think Andy's pretty available. Message me, call me, whatever. We'll work it through, because this is obviously no joke. We can do big things with this if you want to. You just have to find your passion. You have to figure out why it matters to you that you're successful and that you help other people. Why does it matter? Why? Seriously, why? Figure it out. I think you all know. But, well, this was way shorter than last week. Like, exponentially shorter than last week's call.
This is good, though.
That's all right, because I think I'm tired from cleaning puke out of the tent. So I'm good. I'm ready for a nap.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry. I had a long camping trip. All right. Well, I think we'll end it strong. Fortitude fist bump. Go out there, get those numbers, because number mean people. So Steve, we're all just throwing fists in the air. If you want to pretend to throw your fist in the air with us, then fist bump. Fist bump. Thanks, you guys. You have a good night. I'll see you later.
Bye, guys.
Good job. Thank you.
Good night.